In Michigan v. Summers, George Summers was leaving his house in Detroit, Michigan, when local police officers arrived with a warrant to search the property for narcotics. The officers detained Summers while they searched the premises. After finding heroin in the basement, they arrested Summers and found more heroin on his person. The heroin found on Summers, not the heroin found in the basement, formed the basis of charges against him. Summers argued that the search of his person was illegal because the officers had no authority to detain him during their search of the house. The question before the court was whether the officers had the authority under the Fourth Amendment to detain Summers while they executed a warrant to search his house for heroin and other contraband. The state argued that Summers' detention was reasonable, given his close proximity to the house when the officers arrived to perform the search. The state also contended that the concealable nature of the narcotics described in the warrant implicitly authorized the search of people found on the property. The Michigan Court of Appeals affirmed the trial court's order, and the state appealed to the Supreme Court of Michigan, which also affirmed the ruling of the lower court. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of Michigan. Justice John Paul Stevens delivered the opinion of the majority, stating that a warrant to search for contraband grants police officers the limited authority to detain occupants of a house during the search of the premises. This authority is an exception to the probable cause standard to determine the reasonableness of Fourth Amendment seizures. The court held that the detention of people on the property in question was reasonable due to several law enforcement interests: preventing flight, reducing risk of harm, and facilitating the search. The connection between an occupant and the home named in the search warrant gave the officers an easily identifiable and certain basis on which to detain Summers.